Hello and welcome back. This is Alan. Happy sunny Sunday afternoon. I'm doing a video for my new group. It's called Support Group with People with Cerebral Palsy. And this is my story. And I'm going back as far as I can, okay? I was in my 20s before I knew. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget anything. I was about in my 20s before I knew I had cerebral palsy. I only knew I was different. Because Mom and Dad said I didn't walk until I was, now this is just a refreshment, about 3 or 4 without somebody holding on to my hand, because I have cerebral palsy in the legs. And I want to tell you what happened to me in school and at the school. This is the true story. In elementary school, I was picked on all the time. And not just by students. The teachers even egged the kids on to pick on me, and then they would sit back and laugh. And I used to get beat up all the time. And people would say they were my friends, but then turned out when we got in trouble, they turned their back on me. And I got the front of everything. And the reason I got beat up so much is I was in the target because I was small. I would say I was only 4 foot, maybe a little more than 4 foot. And then in junior high, I went to McCall Middle School for people troubled, not troubled people, but people with handicapped and everything, because I got picked on so much. But in that, and then in that class, I got in trouble for the first year. Because of me coming from a background where you had to defend yourself over and over and over. And with teachers too. So I got in trouble by my teacher and everything. And then the second year, when I need a drink. The second year, I started acting out the first day of school, until the teacher seen something in me. He said, "Alan, be an example," because I was almost the oldest kid in there. And that. And from that time on, that made a difference in my life. From that moment on, I became a model student. People might say I was a teacher's pet, but I wasn't. I just was setting an example because the rest of the kids looked up to me because I was the oldest. And I would like to, his name was Mr. McHenry. And he helped me get into bodybuilding. And he even left me in charge of the class when he was sick until a substitute came and everything. And then after junior high was over, I was going back to Jersey Shore when I grew up. And there was a boy that used to beat me up all the time. I'm not naming any names or anything. I don't even know what happened to him anymore. I'll have to look him up. But we became friends then. He used to beat me up all the time. And he said, "Oh boy, Neville's coming back." And that's what they call me. They didn't call me Alan. They call me Neville. So he said, "Neville's coming back. I can start beating him up again." But he didn't know I was in bodybuilding. And in 1 year, in 3 years, I shot from 4 foot up to 5 foot. 7 foot, I wish it was 7 foot. 5 foot 11 inches. And I was built. I could bench press 140 pounds and everything. And I went down, and while he still was talking, I walked up from behind him. And everybody in front of him could see me. And their mouth just dropped like. And they're like, "What's wrong with you guys?" And they're like, "Turn around." And he turned around like, "Boo!" And you know what? I was taller than him, and I was bigger than him. So he quit picking on me. But I hate to say this, in school, I am reinventing myself in high school. Instead of being the victim, I became the bully. Because I reinvented myself as a rebel. Until my best friend Matt sat me down and said, "Alan, you're becoming the person you hated." And then I realized what I was doing, so I changed and I started defending people that got bullied. I started defending people that couldn't fight back, and that. And in that time in school, I want to tell you what I was in. I was in cross country, track. I didn't win any races, but I enjoyed running. I was in bodybuilding. I was in wrestling. And that's how I hurt my neck. I was in Key Club, Students Against Drunk Driving, SAD. I don't know if they have that anymore. What else was it? A couple other clubs I can think of right now. And then I graduated in 1989. And I wanted, from the age of 5 years old, I wanted to be a police officer. So Mom told me they were taking applications for the police academy. Oh, that was my whole world. And I went down, took the police academy exam, and I passed the test. One thing I couldn't pass was the physical, because my cerebral palsy in the legs. And then, when I graduated, you had to sign up for a military thing for the draft, I guess it called, I'm not sure. And so I signed up for the Marines. Again, I passed the test. Barely, but I passed it. And I couldn't pass the physical because my legs. So I put them on the back burner and I got into food service. And I was in food service for a lot of years, probably 5-6 years, as a dishwasher, as a prep cook, as a banquet cook. And then and while in that time, I was a janitor for different places. And I retired from being a janitor last, it was a year in February. So it was February 2024. I retired from that. And I am looking for a part-time job, like 2 hours a night when my wife is in bed. Because that's why I took early retirement, to take care of my wife. And then I got into I was still weight trained, and I got into Special Olympics in the bodybuilding competitions. And I was a gold medal winner there. And then when I hurt my back because of my neck, I had to quit, and when I went back, it acted like they didn't want me anymore because I was getting older. So I thought, what am I going to do? But I kept on training, and here I fell into the strongman competition. And I competed in my first strongman competition in 2018, before the pandemic struck. And I won first place for my category. And if you wanted to see my trick pole, click the one link down below. It's I think it's a 1,200-pound truck. And that. And then Then I was going to go out for a couple more, but because of the pandemic, it was all canceled. And then I went out for one last October, and I hurt my back on the first left. 275 pounds, did that. So that, people was like, oh, I thought you were going to quit. I'm like, nope, this is my last competition. I'm not going to quit. So I continued through it all. Some lifts I did like the hose, the fire hose over the head. 100 pounds, I did that one time. I really did more, but I lost my footing because of my legs, and I lost my grip on it. And then I did the fire axes. Hatchets, or I call them hatchets, but they're axes. You know what I'm talking about. And then I pulled a fire truck, 35,000 pounds, 15 feet. And you can click on that down below in one of the links. And then I'm thinking, Lord, what can I do to help people since I don't work anymore and everything. And he talked to me about starting a page up, a support group to help people that have cerebral palsy, answer their questions. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to answer any questions if I can, and tell you what's and then talk to you if you need someone to talk to. Okay, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I just want to tell you to please come back and check other videos and like my video and leave comments, and also you can watch any other video on my channel, but please subscribe to my channel. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.